Hey, how's it going? I thought I'd record a quick video for this playlist just to kind of go over this training modality, its origins, how I'm applying it, and then maybe how you could apply it. So I did not invent this particular type of workout. I believe it was invented by a famous strength and conditioning coach for track and field named Charlie Francis. It was later adopted and adapted by a strength and conditioning company called Juggernaut Training Systems, and they've since applied it to a number of different sports and martial arts. They have a lot of great free content out there. I highly recommend if you have time, you're interested in strength and conditioning, definitely go check out Juggernaut Training Systems. They're really awesome. Specifically, this type of training was developed for sprint athletes to develop their aerobic capacity without overly impacting their sprint speed, power, strength characteristics. A lot of the fighting that I've been involved with is more of a sprint sport, more so than an endurance sport in my experience. So I decided to try this training methodology, and in my experience, it's worked very well. Um, so why I'm doing this particular type of workout right now, I'm in what's called a deload week. So that's a week where I'm not lifting weights very heavily. I'm not engaged in any type of speed or power work. So no sprinting, no throwing, no jumping, no plyometrics. Um, and I'm kind of taking it easy and overall lower training load, and that's to kind of rest and refresh myself for my next training cycle. Um, so this workout allows me to kind of get a little bit of strength work in, a little bit of aerobic capacity work in, and a little bit of technique work in, just to kind of keep those things fresh and have a little bit of a training stimulus, but really not overly tire myself. Mostly I'm just trying to recover this week. Um, and I did try to vary it up quite a bit this week just to give you all some different ideas of different versions of this workout you can do with different levels of equipment. Um, yeah, so I hope you all find that helpful. So who else could be using this type of workout, right? So first off, the best thing to use this type of thing for is to build your aerobic capacity. And I'm going to put together another video playlist where I'm more so focused on maybe going through the progression that I went through to kind of help build my aerobic capacity using this training modality. But other reasons you could use this: one, maybe you're stuck at home right now and you don't have access to maybe your normal workout equipment or gyms for some reason. This is a good way to maintain your strength, maintain your endurance, so that you're not really starting from square one once you're able to get back out and about and resume kind of your normal training routines. Also, if you just don't have a lot of time or equipment, you're just busy, or you're on a work trip and you just want to get a little bit of work in so that you don't kind of backslide in your training, this is a great way to very efficiently get a little bit of training volume in. Also, I guess if your training age was very low, so let's say you haven't done a lot of strength and conditioning work or a lot of technique work, this probably could provide enough stimulus to make you stronger and more endurance and better technical capacity kind of all at once. I would not recommend that approach. I much more recommend folks um, have dedicated work structures toward technique, towards conditioning, towards strength. And if you don't have a lot of time, maybe you just focus on one of those things with the amount of time that you do have, and then you maintain the others, and then maybe focus really hard on technique, and maybe then you do enough volume just to maintain that, and then you focus on strength. Maybe then you maintain that in your technique, and then you focus on your aerobic capacity. It's really hard to do all things at once. Now that I'm saying that, I think maybe putting together some type of training video to talk about kind of at a strategic level how to put together like an annual training plan might be helpful. But maybe that's for a later day. Anyways, I hope that you all find this helpful. Please feel free to reach out for any questions. I'm always happy to help. Thanks. Hey, how's it going? I was in a little bit of a rush, got too excited, and didn't actually go over what this type of training looks like. Okay, so sorry about that. But basically, each one of these workouts involves some type of work interval at a moderate pace. I'm using the heavy bag, doing a little heavy bag work at a moderate pace. Other times I might use my fan bike or a rower. You can jump rope, you can jog, whatever. For this, I like to get just a little bit of a maintenance on my technique and my fighting movement. But we're doing those 40 for right now. For me, for what I'm aiming for is 45-second intervals on some type of aerobic movement, and then followed by some type of strength exercise. And I like to, for this, I like to do an upper body push, an upper body pull, a squat, a hinge, and some type of twisting movement. And I'm going to try to do maybe 4 different variations throughout the week, where, so depending on the type of equipment you have access to, you might be able to get different ideas how you might be able to implement this. For the strength movements, a couple key things. I like to do most things in the 10 to 20 rep range. Some of the movements might be a little heavier or particularly explosive movements. I might do maybe closer to the 5 to 10 rep range. And as far as the weights we're using, we're not using weights that are particularly heavy. Again, the intent of this type of workout is to build your aerobic capacity. That's the original primary intent, what I usually use these for. Or, like I said, they can be great for maintaining your fitness characteristics. In my case, in a deload week. So I'm trying to get a little bit of strength stimulus, but I'm able to move all these weights really easily. So I have lots left in the tank. So I might be doing 20 reps. I could probably do 50, right? I could do 10. I could maybe do 20. Doing 5, I could maybe do 10, 15. To some extent, your level of fitness dictates a little bit of that, as well as the pace. Overall, we're trying to keep our heart rate up, as though we were doing some type of low impact steady state work, even though we're intervaling, basically. I hope this made sense. If it didn't, or you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. All right, cool, thanks.